today's mathematics. Well, I'm on Central Standard Time right now. So those of you guys on the East Coast, y'all are already into Monday. It's not Monday for me yet. It's a little weird getting used to this new time zone situation, but you know, we're gonna pull through. It's gonna be a great time. Welcome to the day at 849, y'all. Um, First and foremost, it's been a while since I've been in this flow. Please excuse me. I'm going to do my best. Today is well, first and foremost, I want to get into the 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 calendar of it all. So let's do that. All right. Let's get into the horoscope of everything. According to the ancient Kemetic calendar, we get 3 seasons a year. Hey Leo. We get 3 seasons a year, 4 months per season. The months are divided into 10-day weeks. You know, those are decans. Happy Leo season and happy belated solar return. Did you have fun? We are currently in the month of Piminat. This is, you know, still in the season of Shamu. This is the harvest season. Seth or Set is the deity that rules over this energy. And this is the last month of the harvest season. So we kind of look back on our agricultural, you know, our agricultural experience and be like, oh, did we like it? Did we not like it? I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. It's crazy. Set is the god of desert, storm, and disorder, and violence, and all that fun stuff. So that's what's happening here in this hot and dry climate. So that's what's happening as far as the season, the month. When we get into the decan, you guys, let's go through my notes in the ancient Kemetic calendar. We are in the decan of, I think it's not too long ago. We are in the decan of Sekhmet. We are here until August 11th. Okay. This is the goddess of war, discipline and easygoing, perfectionist, good sense of justice. So finding that sense of duality of the things, and so that's what we have. All right. That's for the ancient Kemetic calendar. When we get into we can get into the Hebrew calendar, right? When we get into the Hebrew calendar, we're in the month of Av. All right. The month of Av is like, you know, synonymous with like Leo season type energy. This is a fast day. The Tisha B'Av Av is a fast day, marking the destruction of the first and second temples in Jerusalem. This is one of those like Maleficent type of months, because it's one of those like fire months. I think there's 3 of them. There's Leo season, Capricorn season, and Cancer season. Those are the 3 of like hardship and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we deal with on the month of Av. As far as the day goes, is Yom Shini, which is the second day. This is Monday. And on the second day, God separated the waters. So this day is not directly associated with a blessing in the Torah. It is a day of separation, division, and balance. Okay. How do you know so much? I study, and I like learning. I have a problem. I have a problem with, and I like teaching, and I study, and I just have a ridiculous amount of notebooks. And now that we're in a digital realm, now I can make notebooks on the internet now too in Google Docs. So between my physical notebook and my digital notebook, I just have stuff all over the place from books I've read. And Yom Shini is separation, balance, and division. Is the energy for Monday? Is the energy for Monday, and that's on the Hebrew calendar, being in the month of Av on the day of Yom Shini. Now, when we get into the Hindu calendar, Um, I don't know the months for the Hindu calendar. I don't know the Hindu calendar like towards like blah 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 blah. So give me grace as I learn that. I'm not there yet. I'm not reading into those things yet. I do have those stacked books over there though. They are in queue for me to study. But as far as like the horoscope energy goes for, the energy, we are in Simya, which is the lion, fire. The ruling planet is Graha, which is the sun. Hi, hey X Zone. I'm like the magician of the class. Yay. Learning is never a problem. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to be somewhere where like the stuff that I like to do is embraced. I still get used to that. The traits are being confident, charismatic, creative, generous. Leos are natural leaders, often drawn to spotlight and seeking to express their individuality. Lord Surya, or the sun, is the ruling deity. The sun represents power, authority, and vitality, perfectly mirroring Leo's leadership qualities, confidence, and charisma. Now, when we come back to the actual day that we're in, excuse me, we are in Samvar, which is ruled by Lord Shiva, which is the moon. And Lord Shiva is the destroyer and transformer in the Hindu Trinity, which is a Trimurti. Also associations with meditation, asceticism, dance, and the destruction of the ego. It's a big thing here. The moon, which governs emotions in the mind, is linked to Lord Shiva, who is both the compassionate and terrifying god of regeneration and transcendence. So Mondays are dedicated to worshiping Lord Shiva, and many devotees observe fasting, special rituals on this day, chanting mantras like Om Namah Shivaya or Shiva Sahasranama. Those are considered auspicious for seeking blessings or spiritual growth, mental peace, and liberation. So that's what we have on the Hebrew calendar. So then we went over the Kemetic calendar, the Hindu calendar, and the Hebrew calendar. We can get into the different horoscopes. I did cover that a little bit a lot of it in the planetary forecast I did earlier today. But for the sake of the mathematics, let's do it again. Why not, right? Right. So when we get into the West African horoscope, this is the last day of the judge. Understanding and listening to others is very important and a primitive desire. Having a great sense of duty and good conscience, great mediators, working on your willpower, your drive, your authority, initiating things, activating your power. Be mindful of being egotistical and allow yourself alone time. So that's what's active. Then when we get into the Native American horoscope, or how they tell time, we are in the energy, I want to say we're in the Salmon at this point. Creative journey at least once in our lives, being focused and determined, strengths of logic and detachment. When we get into the Alchemist horoscope, so the Alchemist horoscope is in alignment with numerology, right? We do get into the year of 9. This is the year of gold according to the Alchemist horoscope 2025. You add those numbers together, being passionate, interesting, having and faithful people, attracting many people, being generous, kind, long and lasting relationships, love of luxuries and spending money, ambition and willpower. Now when we get into the day, so might as well just say the mathematics right now, right? Today is a day of 4. We're on the day of balance, harmony. 4 is the day of Chesed. This is Mayat energy. We're on the day of 4 of Mayat. 4 deals with the celestial blueprint. Creating that divine law and order for yourself is key today. That is how we're going to start the day. What is the divine blueprint for the day? That's the first thing that should be in your mind. What is your Mayat? What is your internal rule? 4 also deals with stability and determination. The letters D, M, and V are on the forefront today. I do know the elements that those are associated with. I do have those in my notes. Hold on. Shouts to Uriel, because I was watching his live and then I did my own little thing with it. And, I'm a fan of his podcast as well that he does on YouTube. I've actually invited myself onto the into the StreamYard room and spoke to him a couple times. It was an interesting conversation. But it just goes to show the power of two minds, especially when they think different about things. I don't like to tell people that they wrong. I believe in everybody got their own reality to create what they mindset. Not everybody's the same on that type of time, though. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I need like a table of contents for my notebooks. I know that's all together. I got all my Neteru stuff together. 4 is also the celestial government, celestial magistrate. Probably like, I guess, Levite energy. You want to go there with this, since I just got done reading the Torah, it's still fresh on my mind. Because I'm fresh off the boat. No, that's not it. That's not it. I don't know, y'all. I know I see you in there. I know you there. I know you there. There we go. So the letter D is fire. This is feeling. The letter M is water. And the letter V is for earth. So you start with the fire, the action, then you go into the emotions, the feeling of water, and then you come into like manifesting the thing. So that's how we start the day with the 4, right? Yeah, I'm a problem who solves the. Yeah, I'm a person who solves the problem first. Yeah, I like solving the problem. Why Melly is getting the death penalty? Didn't he kill people? I thought he got out though. I don't know. I see like the little shorts on YouTube. It's not really something I'm interested in. And everyone wonders how I did it. I love solving problems. I love puzzles. Can I tell you a fun fact about one of the tribes in the Amazon? Yes, I love fun facts. Share away. Okay. But that's the energy for the letters. So 4, chesed, celestial law. We are going to build and destroy with that celestial law. So, you know, we are in the waxing gibbous moon. We are building on the tangible things in our space. Mindful of that. However, coming back to the mathematics, we can build and destroy on this 4. Some of the things in your celestial law, there's no use for it there. We can do other things. There's some things in your celestial law, you still need those things. Y'all might need to tighten up on y'all celestial law. Some of y'all Mayats is a little loosey-goosey. Gotta get it together. You know, it's your world however way you want to do that, right? So we're going to take this 4 of Mayat. We're going to put it in the 8. We're going to build and destroy with it. We're going to compartmentalize with it. We're going to allow it to create transformations in our space. We're going to allow it to empower us. We're going to allow it to uplift us. It's going to reveal some secrets. It's going to be a great time. And that comes together and makes 1 and 2. So that's going to bring knowledge to us. That's going to bring ambition, motivation, put the leadership energy in us, that cardinal vibe, the light, the beginning, the ketters, the asar. And it's also going to bring us wisdom, chokma, expansion, abundance. Still coming back into that Jupiter energy, right? Jupiter, yeah. And 1 and 2 come together and make us understanding. So overall, we get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding when we build and destroy what our Maya. And do we not get some level of intellect, exercise the intellect to make wisdom, and then come to some conclusion of understanding when we build and destroy on things? It's kind of like trial and error type vibe, right? So we're going to take that 3 and we're going to give birth to it, because we're in the year of Yesod, we're in the year of Yemoja, we're in the year of the celestial womb, giving birth to the things that we want in space. 9 is also associated with Sagittarius energy, which is associated with the reproductive self, which still brings things to birth. So we put that 3 into the 9. It brings us back into knowledge and wisdom. So once again, if you guys notice, whatever you put into the 9, you're going to get back. All right. So we put the 3 into the 9. It gave us right back the 1 and 2 to work on our knowledge and wisdom again, you know, and bring us to a sense of understanding. Overall, 849 is a day of understanding. It's a day of expression. It's a day of emotion. We started Sunday on the 3. We're ending Monday on the 3. We're on a life path of 3 by Monday. So there may or may not be a sense of pattern there. As we get through this first decade of the month, we'll see the pattern there. But I do know that we started today, Sunday on the 3, and now we're ending Monday on the 3. So 3. Now, I did all of that to bring us back into the alchemy year. That is how you add up what element is on the forefront today. Some of you guys like to wear jewelry. Some of you guys like to have metals on your altar, on your body, in your space. So let's talk about the metal to have today on the 3. 3 is Mercury, okay? Social, enjoying life, being persuasive and possessive, receptive, funny, and intelligent. So for those of you guys, Mercury is on key today for the 3. So the tribe does a ritual. If you throw up, that means you have had a bad spirit inside you, and when you went up to the river before you threw up, you would have died. So basically, if you throw up, that means if you did not throw up before you went up to the river, you would have died. I believe in your body knowing to expel things that aren't supposed to be in your body. So that, I don't know about the whole point of making it up to the river, but I guess that would make sense, especially if you were hiking and you needed to throw up. It sounds valid. I'm here for it. That's an interesting fact, though. Very interesting fact. I would like to go back through my notes because I feel like there's more things that I could add to this with you guys. But those are the different horoscopes. You guys also know we're in the year of the wood snake. Riches and glory and, being spendthrifty is on the forefront. And everybody's having a great time. This is the year of Jubilee. And we're in the last day of Holly on the Druid horoscope. And that's being a cardinal leadership type energy. I'm looking for something. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's for that there. So we went over the horoscopes of the cultures. We went over the calendars of the cultures. We can get into the planetary placements for the day. Because why not? And then we could do the planetary numbers, and we could do the planetary hours, and then I'll see y'all out. It's like a Spelliamus. Yeah, right. It's like a Spelliamus. Get that out of here. So, homework. Yeah, I always got homework. I got a lot of homework to do. I haven't done this in so long. I gotta find my groove. I've lost it. So as far as the fire goes, I could do that and shuffle my cards while I'm doing that. And then I have school in 2 days and I'm nervous. What grade? I love school. What you nervous about? Are you a freshman again? 6. Oh, 6th grade? So you're like, I don't know how the grades work for you, but 6th grade was middle school for me. So you had 1 through 4 and then 5th through 8th grade. And then some schools, it was 5th and 6th by themselves, and then 7th and 8th grade was a junior school connected to the high school. I moved around a lot. It's a whole new school. It's a whole new school. Oh, man, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. 6th grade is cool. You're going to have a good time. You're going to go through so many transformations and make new friends. Have a good time. Have a good time. You have the power to choose the kind of time you want to have. Okay? Bad dad. That's what you say? Hey, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate you. Hey, Ada, peace. So we have the sun at 12 degrees Leo today. 1 and 2, bringing us back to that knowledge and wisdom that brings us understanding. So we have that experience, that Leo experience, in our mindset. We are still in Cancer energy, in the the constellation. So while our mindset is on exerting ourselves and having these kind of experiences, our energy exchanges is still on nurturing and nourishing. The sun is in alignment with Mercury. Mercury is currently in Leo, Cancer energy. So Mercury rules over our decision making mind. Mercury, the thought process of our decision making mind is in that confident, courageous, creativity energy, finding balance and harmony, because you know Leo rules over the Tippereth, which is the balance being between all your other Sephiros or Netarus. So we want to find balance in our decision making. You know what I'm saying? We know Mercury is in retrograde right now, so it's repeating degrees to help you guys find that sense of balance and confidence. You know, repeating those Cancer degrees in the constellation of energy exchanges, nurturing, and being intuitive in your decision-making skills, right? So that's happening there. When we get into right now we're in the Sagittarius moon. So in our mindset and our intuition, it's all about expansion, abundance, optimism, being in joy, being in our sacral chakra, right? We want to feel our sacral chakra energy. You're in Aries. Oh yeah, I'm about to get into Aries next. We're doing the fire right now. I don't have anything else in Sagittarius energy at the moment, but we do have the moon, and the energy exchanges of our moon are emotional energy exchanges. That is in Scorpius energy. So we're having transformational, empowering energy exchanges while our mindset is on that expansion, joy, and abundance. All right. When we get into Aries energy, let me get my charger. Don't know why that's beeping over there. During meditation, a monk asked his master, "Master, if a man shaves his ass, is he gay?" His master thought for a moment and replied, "A man who cleans his house clearly expects a visitor." That's a good one. You guys see a sixth grader in the room, and those are the compliments and the jokes that y'all want to tell. That's cool. Like, wow. Are you guys really, are you guys, I don't know, whatever. It's like so interesting being on the internet and the lack of self-centeredness. It's crazy. But I am going to an art school. Ooh, so you like to draw? Do you like, that's cool. You get like different like electives and stuff like that. How does that work? Do you guys get to pick your schedule in sixth grade? I don't remember being able to pick my schedule in sixth grade. That didn't come to me until seventh grade. Then I started being able to choose my schedule, seventh, eighth grade. By the time I was in seventh grade, I was already taking high school classes. I was in AP everything. I got bored. School got boring to me. I'm really a dork. I am that. I am that. My childhood trauma is being the quote unquote white girl because I like learning. So then we get into Aries. That's the next fire energy that we got, y'all. We have Saturn giving us new beginnings in our challenges and our how we assert ourselves. You know, Saturn rules over our discipline and our order. Saturn rules over our root chakra, what we're rooted in. So in our mindset, we want new beginnings in this space. We want new challenges. We want new weights. I want to go to a new gym and pick up some new weights and get some new muscles. You know, that's what Saturn and Aries is given. You know what I'm saying? Saturn also brings in new authority. We see the transformations happening in those spaces of authority, of different organizations and departments and governments and all that stuff, you know, being broken down. Because as we are in our minds thinking on new beginnings, Saturn is still in Pisces constellation. So Pisces rules over endings and things hidden beneath the horizon, things in the subconscious and the dreams and the secrets and the hidden agendas, the hidden enemies, the hidden allies, all things beneath the horizon, right? So Saturn's challenges and that authority and that infrastructure and those roots and those bones, and our mind is undergoing new beginnings, and our energy exchanges is coming to endings and closings, which we see around us, right? Whether it's corporations, currency, governments, empires, all those things are undergoing that sense of Aries, Pisces transformation. Neptune is also at 1 degree Aries. We will be experiencing Saturn and Neptune very close to one another. This is beautiful because this is a great way to find structure and have authority over your dreams, to have a sense of structure in your subconscious, have a sense of authority over, you know, the different things in your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Take your authority back. You know, different challenges coming into the dreamlike realm, but allow them to create some structure in your space. We are manifesting our dreams with the Saturn and Neptune, you know, connection. We will be experiencing this all month long. Both of these celestial bodies are in retrograde. They are repeating degrees. As we experience them in our mental and Aries and new beginnings, what's happening in our energy exchanges, Neptune is also still in Pisces constellation. So Neptune is having some endings in the subconscious, having some endings in those like reincarnated lives, agendas, and dreams and enemies. Some of you guys might be meeting in your waking life personifications of some of those things in the subconscious, in the dreamlike world, in those bloodlines and generations and stuff, and coming into some new beginnings or endings in those connections that, you know, have been cyclic throughout your existence. Not just talking about your existence in this particular life on this plane right now, but you've had many existences before then. So you may be coming across some familiar energies that are going to challenge you, that are going to help you manifest and structure things that share the same dreams as you. They may feel like kindred souls and spirits that may definitely be coming into the forefront with Saturn and Neptune repeating degrees in alignment with one another between Aries and Pisces. We also have Chiron over there. Now, Chiron is in Aries on the tropical and on the Vedic chart. So our mind and in our energy exchanges are both dealing with new beginnings and the wounds, okay? So be mindful of that. You can utilize these 3 fire signs to create whatever triangles you want. You create a fire triangle and go and get it done. You know, get some action going on between the sun and Mercury making decisions in Leo, then the moon nurturing us in Sagittarius, and Saturn and Neptune manifesting in the physical, our dreams and our subconscious, and Chiron teaching us how to transmute our wounds. And some of you guys who are having issues with transmuting your wounds into strengths, you might find yourself getting more angered when your wounds are being triggered. So you guys got to start getting into, go back, use Saturn, get into the root, use Neptune, get deep into the subconscious of what's going on your Chiron. Why are you so triggered? Why did you feel the need to say certain things about different things and da-da-da-da? It's okay to be triggered. Triggering is not always a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Triggering can be a good thing. Of course you want to be triggered. You know what I'm saying? Of course I want to be motivated. I want to be motivated to move, you know? So trigger is not always a bad word. I know that it has been weaponized, especially on the internet, when people respond to other people. Now it's, oh, you're triggered. Yeah, I am triggered. I was motivated to respond. The fuck? What are we talking about? But, you know, don't allow people's weaponization of words get to you. It's not that deep. Okay, but that's what you can do with the fire. Pull the Wands card on yourself for my fire babies out there. Now, when we get into the water, we do have Venus and Cancer. Venus is providing the celestial designing, what we value, what we prioritize. That's going to nurture us. That's going to nourish us. We want to value and prioritize our intuition, our third eye, our emotions at this moment. We want to design with those things. Allow your emotions to guide the way. It's cool here. We have fun, right? Now, that's what's happening in our mindset. What's happening in energy changes is Venus is still over there in Gemini, and it's happening through our community, our communication, our ability to be flexible, opportunities coming our way. You know, be mindful of being fickle. You don't want to sign yourself up to too much stuff, getting too excited to engage in too many... I hate when all this stuff happens. Like, what's going? When you don't want to engage in too many different things. I think I'm just using my throat chakra too much today, y'all. Tomorrow I might be quiet. Now I got hiccups. Tomorrow I might just be quiet. It's not fun. But that's what Venus is doing. Venus is the celestial designer. We'll be designing things based upon how we feel in our mind. It'll be coming to us through the community that we, and how we communicate with our community and our energy exchanges. Also in Cancer energy, we have Jupiter. Jupiter brings that expansion, that abundance, that joy, that generosity, philanthropy, utopian building, also happening in Cancer energy. So while we're designing with Venus, Jupiter wants us to be happy while we're doing it, and not just think about ourselves, but also think about other people. How can we give to other people? How can we be philanthropists in all of this? What is some wisdom that your intuition has? Start listening to the wisdom of your intuition. Everything doesn't have to be a brand new intuitive thought. Some of the stuff is repetitive, things that we already know, that, you know, reminder that, you know, people give you that feel unnecessary is actually necessary, right? So that's what we have in Cancer. We have Venus and Jupiter. Venus and Jupiter love each other. They're friends. They like to be expanded in our emotions, in our feelings, in our joy. It's very optimistic here. It's very light here. It's very happy here. It's very like big, okay? We're big, we're big, we're big. Big on the intuition. Big on nurturing ourselves and nurturing others. Nourishing ourselves and nourishing others. And being in your feelings is a good thing. It's okay to be in your feelings. Feel them and make decisions with them. And we love it here. Now, in Pisces energy, we have the node. The North Node is in Pisces. And that's what we have. And so the direction that we're moving towards as a collective is spiritual. Is in that Neptune energy. Bringing things to a close, because Neptune deals with endings and closings. Dealing with the subconscious. Start being more conscientious of things. You got this woke community. It's only righteous like where the North Node is in a dreamy like place that we talk about being woke. But being in a waking life, being in a waking dream, there is no disconnect between your waking life and your dream life. They're all connected. They all require breath. They all require that conscious connection, okay? So they're all in alignment. They're all intertwined. There is no beginning or end or thick line in between any of it. It's very thin. It's very intertwined. It's all one, okay? So having that set of mindset, us as a collective, being spiritual, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything has a spirit. I could be a stripper in the club and still be spiritual. That's my spiritual experience. It's more sacred. You know what I'm saying? I could be a bank worker and be spiritual. You know, my spirit is rooted in the you know, Venusian Taurus energy. You know, monies. You know what I'm saying? All those different kind of things. So, you know, spiritual is not always, oh, I'm outside grounding myself, playing in my locks, collecting crystals, da-da-da. Spirit is everything and anything. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's no beginning or end. There's no right or wrong. When you go into the energy of Chokmah or Asar, which is the energy that people claim that they're reaching, you will realize that there is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. There is no up or down, in or out. It's all interconnected, inside out, intertwined, in between. All is all. Everything is everything. You will realize that. Okay? And there won't be any, everything is blurred lines. For real, for real. It won't be any differentiation. Now, we do need a sense of understanding. That's when we come into Bina. That's when we come into the limitations and the restrictions. The example that Ra'un Nafir gives is having a train and having the train run without tracks. It doesn't make sense. We give thanks to the tracks that keep the train where it needs to be. So there is a need for law and order. However, if we're going to be in the chokmah of the things, there is no law and order there. It's expansion and abundance, and everything is out in the open. All right. I don't know why I was there. Are we talking about Jupiter and Cancer? I don't know. I know I was talking about the node in Pisces. So collectively as a spirit, we are, you know, moving in alignment with that Piscean energy of Mayat, getting into the subconscious and dreams, bringing things to a close, and being more in our dreamlike subconscious state and realizing that there is no beginning or end in between the two. At once upon a time, Jupiter ruled Pisces as well, was it? Neptune is a newbie. And then last but certainly not least, we have Scorpio. Now Lilith is in Scorpio. Lilith deals with our primordial self. Lilith deals with, you know, our rebellious self, who we are when you scrape all the layers and the mask off. Okay, so the primordial energy is undergoing those transformations. The primordial energy is also starting to be on the forefront of the things when dealing with Scorpio's energy, because it's getting empowered by the transformations that's happening. It's forcing people to go back to their primordial self in some type of way, shape, or form. I always say be proactive. Don't wait until you don't have a choice, because the powers that be done took your root chakra from you, because you done gave them all the understanding and the authority, and now y'all over there scrambling trying to get seeds to grow your food, trying to come together and create a village and a community, trying to hurry up and learn how to build your own house or fix the fixings in your house and create your own water system and have your own electric and all that stuff like that. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't utilize those options, it's kind of like having a generator. I don't use the generator every day, but let's not act like the power doesn't go out. You know what I'm saying? The power does go out from time to time. So it's a good idea to have a generator and to know how to use it. It's a good idea to have some preventative measures for the items that are in my refrigerator, for, you know, my children, things of that nature, because we know these things can happen. They have happened, and there's a possibility it will happen again. It's not far-fetched, okay? So having that kind of mindset, y'all be in preparation. Proactivity, says Lilith and Scorpio. Don't wait. Stay empowered, okay? Don't let nobody take that Scorpius power away from you. And as more truths come to the light, you may be more inclined to tap into that rebellious energy of Lilith and say, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm going to take it upon myself and just go on to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, whatever. Because I don't even want to be a part of this, and I don't even want to wait until it's reactive time. You know what I'm saying? So, and for a lot of you guys, that's already happening. You know what I'm saying? So, for my water babies, you have Venus and Jupiter making everything all beautiful and expanded and abundance and joyful and philanthropic and materialistically and emotionally abundant in Cancer energy. You have you got the North Node guiding us spiritually into the subconscious, the dreams, everything hidden beneath the horizon, and bringing things to a close as a collective. And then you got our primordial self feeling empowered, uncovering truths and secrets, and engaging in those transformations. Then you come into Earth. We have Mars giving us the motivation, the anger, and the ambition in Virgo energy. It's in Virgo on the tropical and on the Vedic chart. So we have the solar plexus of the collective in that Virgo energy of harvesting, manifesting, being of service, tapping into a routine or a schedule. You guys are going back to school. Teachers are going back to work. People in the education system going back to work. You know, the harvesting of politics, because for some of the states we have local government elections coming up in November. So more energetic harvesting is happening there with campaigns. That requires a routine, that requires a schedule. A lot of community events are now realizing, okay, school is back, so now we have to create some type of schedule or routine or whatever for these kids for before and after care, weekend events, whatever, what have you. Jobs are reorganizing their schedule as their, you know, student workers go back to school. It's a whole thing. It's a big shift for people that are living in that reality. There's millions, if not billions, of people that fulfill that title. If it doesn't apply to you, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But there is a shift happening in people's schedules and routines, and people are being motivated towards it. People are moving towards that philanthropic thing. We are coming into the harvest, the end of the harvest season, and coming into the new year on 9/11. It depends on what culture. If you were in alignment with the Ethiopian culture, it's 9/11. We're coming into the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse of the autumn equinox, and we're making our way beneath the horizon of the astrological wheel. So those are all big things, and it's all in alignment with Virgo energy. All right, Venus and Ganna conjunct my Sun and Mercury for like almost a week. Oh, nice. Definitely a space for like designing and prioritizing your experiences and the decisions that you make in that experience. So hopefully you made decisions that you feel comfortable and confident in. And honestly, that's the only Earth placement that we have is Mars and Virgo right now. Now I will say we do have Pluto in Capricorn constellation. Oh, and Jupiter. Okay, I didn't know what that said. Your Venus and Jupiter. Okay, so that was, you know, what your decision making experiences and your decision making. Where was I? Yes, we do have Pluto making transformations in the Capricorn constellation. So in our experiences and energy exchanges, we do have the transformation and empowerment happening in our challenges, in our authority, in our infrastructure. We see that there's a big rise and fall of empires happening here. Hey Fly Express, how you doing, love? So, you know, that's what's happening in Earth on that realm. As far as Taurus energy goes, we don't really have anything in Taurus. I ain't gonna hold you. Uranus is in Taurus constellation, so those progressive moves are happening in our experience in Taurus. What we value, what we prioritize, that balance between our material and our emotional self, our connections with other people, self-esteem, self-value, our artistic creative self, our romantic self. All of that is dealing with expansion and progressive pushes that are pushing us towards that space that we said we wanted to be. So, you know, that's what we could experience in a fixed earth energy. Uranus in a fixed earth energy is crazy. Y'all check on y'all Taurians, because they're trying to expand. For those of them that are already attached to their routine and stuff like that, a lot of those progressive pushes are punching them in the face. They're like, what is happening? I don't know what to do. But, you know, that's a lot. That's giving them an opportunity to learn how to reprioritize the materials and the emotional parts of self. And, you know, Uranus is going to keep providing those progressive pushes until that prioritization list undergoes some different changes, you know, for my earth babies. It may y'all be motivated to harvest the things that y'all want to see in your reality. Now, last but certainly not least, we get into air. Uranus is the planet of progressive pushes. In our mindset, it is in Gemini. So in our mindset, it is providing us progressive pushes in our intellectual self, our ability to adapt, you know, being witty, our duality of self, whether we're being rash or we're being kind, whether we're being loyal or immoral. You know, it's a lot of different, you know, progressive things happening there. Community and communication is a big thing here too. It's the only thing that we have in Gemini. And Aquarius, of course, we have Pluto providing transformations in the empire. I'm going back to teaching. Will I be happy? Yeah, you should be happy. You're an, you said you was an Aries, right? That's leadership. You should be happy. That's a new beginning for you. And then the fact that Mars is in Virgo right now and you're going back into teaching, that's a divine alignment, sis. Take that. Oh, open into that, walk into that path of ease and watch how easy things come to you, because you're in alignment with this energy right here. Enjoy yourself. Pluto's creating transformations in Aquarius energy. We see the rise and falls. Also the titles, the entitlements that we give the titles around us, things of that nature is happening. So those are the placements that we're dealing with today on this Monday. As far as the planetary hour goes, we are starting with the lunar energy. So the moon's hours are from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's a good time to deal with your emotions, and we know that's Sag Scorpius energy, so expansion and abundance and things. Saturn's hours are from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Dealing with your challenges, infrastructure of things. Hey handsome, how you doing, love? Jupiter's hours are from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. to midnight. Jupiter brings expansion of abundance and joy. We talked about Jupiter being in alignment with Venus over there in Cancer, Gemini energy, you know, between our intuition and our nurturing self and our communicative self. Mars hours are from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then midnight. Of course, we start Tuesday in the hour of Mars. dealing with our motivation, our ambition. Be mindful of your anger. You know, Mars is over there in Virgo, allowing us to compartmentalize. Put some moral code to your anger. Some of y'all just be spewing out your anger, and there's no moral code, no integrity, no mission statement. Y'all just angry because y'all angry. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, the sun's hours are for 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The sun deals with your vitality, your energy. We know we're dealing with the Cancer Leo sun right now. Our mindset is on Leo energy of being confidence and courageousness, while our experiences, our energy exchanges is dealing with that Cancer energy of intuition and emotions and nurturing, right? And then Venus hours are from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Hey, Enoch, peace to the God. Yeah, Venus, right? We talked about Venus being in alignment with Jupiter, being a celestial design. He said, ooh, Leo energy. That's where the sun is at. Venus is in Cancer, but that's in Cancer with Jupiter as well, giving us, you know, the celestial designing, helping us design in our emotions, you know, how we feel, what we prioritize, and things like that, and our intuition as well. So allow that to be your guide during those hours. And then last but certainly not least, the hours of Mercury is from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Those are great hours for trading, traveling, studying, speaking, teaching, all that fun stuff. Those are the Mercurial hours. We know Mercury is over there and Leo energy right now in retrograde, repeating degrees for us, helping us with our decision making skills and being more confident and creative with the decisions that we make. So those are the celestial hours. I done went over the calendars for ancient Kemet, Hebrew, and Hindu, and of course Gregorian calendar by default. I done went over the horoscope for West Africa, Native American, alchemy, Druid, Chinese, and we done went over the planets, where the planets are at today. We done went over the planetary hour. Now I'm about to read y'all out. You ready? I'm gonna get back into my flow. We gonna be good. The theme for today is trust. Ew. And this is the Babensana herb. I've never pulled this card in my deck before. But trust is key today. We are focusing on the moon and Neptune. So that Sag Scorpio moon and that Neptune that's over there in Aries, Pisces energy. So I like that. It's very dreamy, spiritual. Pop a shroom, I don't know, or pop this herb, whichever way you would do. But trust is key here. 8 for transformations and empowerment. All right, we have the Page of Swords and it's in reverse, so we're kind of hiding behind some of our intellect. Looks like we're currently in a space of distrust. We're not really trusting right now. We're coming from a wounded place, so we want to be mindful. And it's also creating some sense of imbalance in our emotions. Today's a day of 4. We start today on a day of 4. Please work on the emotions. You know, build and destroy on that 4 today, so that we can upright this card, stop hiding behind our intellect, and learn to trust that Neptune and Moon energy. We have Neptune right over there by Saturn. Saturn wants to manifest our emotions and our intuition and our dreams and our subconscious into reality the same way it does for everybody else who believes. But if you don't believe and you trust, it's never going to happen for you. If you're always saying, oh, because I'm poor, or because I'm this, or because I'm that, or because I'm down here, and the 1% is up there, you are the 1%. The fuck are you talking about? You're the 1% and the 99%. You gotta walk like, you know, God sent you here because God did, you know. So figure that out, heal that, and get back to me. All right. What parts of self should we focus on today? I'm glad you guys asked. So for the Sephiros, we're going to focus on our Jabora, which is Hera Kahuti. This is the celestial enforcer, enforcing our internal law in our space. So we're going to focus on our 8, which is Hod Splendor. That's Sebek. That's our celestial technician, labeling and compartmentalizing things in our space. So we're going to align our celestial enforcer and our celestial technician together today. Okay, you're going to learn how to compartmentalize the things that motivate you, the things that get you going. This is heavy on the Mars and Virgo type energy right now, because Jabora, that's the solar plexus chakra. We can, correlate that with Mars, Aries energy. And Hod, that's mercurial, that's Mercury energy. We can, that's the Virgo vibe. So this is heavy on the Mars and Virgo, being motivated and being in your integrity and being intellectual about your ambition, your motivation, and especially your anger. What's getting you going? I'm ruled by anger. My human design situation, I'm solar plexus ruled. That makes sense, because when I get angry, I know shit's about to get done or transformation is about to happen. I'm about to do some dope shit. Watch out. And doors open for me when I'm angry. I love it here. I've learned to stop fighting my anger. I've just learned how to transmute it and make it work for me. The more I learn about myself, the more I grow. You know what I'm saying? Anger is the not self theme. My anger gets shit done. That is what the not self. I don't know what not self means, but my anger gets shit done. Completion on the sacral chakra. Okay. Completion. And so the story behind the card is man's lived a life. She didn't really there wasn't much appreciation or totally doing things. It's kind of like when you're holding on to someone or holding on to something because you want to just always remember, or whatever. And it's learn how to let go, learn how to let things lie where they need to lie, or whatever. And it's okay to have something new in your sacral chakra. It's okay to find new joy. It's okay to let the sun set on joyous experiences and memories. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a sad thing. That's how you choose to internalize it. However, she's decided to be sad anyway. But yeah, completion can be joyous. I know that we're dealing with a lot of Pisces energy that's bringing things to an ending. I'm at a point where I need to learn self-love. Oh yeah, that's important, because that's your whole vibration. Really, that's your vibration. Your Tippereth, your heart, is the center, the control unit of all your other Sephiros and Neteros. And if you got to get into the biology of it, your heart provides oxygen through the veins, arteries, to all your other organs, so all your other body systems can operate. So if you're not operating your heart or your Tippereth or your Heru, however you want to look at it, your heart chakra, a certain kind of way, it will affect the rest of your body on an energetic and a physical level. That's when people start having diseases and ailments in other parts of their body, but not realizing it's because there's a lack of oxygen going back and forth. Your heart is pumping a certain kind of way. You're just a personification of energy. You're a personification of your energy. So you want to make sure you self-love, best love. Start your day with some affirmations. End your day with affirmations of gratitude. Even if it's something as simple as I brushed my teeth today. There's some people that didn't do that today. Give yourself thanks. I washed my ass today. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I fed myself when I was hungry today. Thank you. When you start being more gracious for the moments that you serve yourself, the self-love will come automatically, because you're giving light to the things that you do for yourself that you probably overlook, and you become, kind of ungrateful to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I dressed myself today. I washed my hands today. You know what I'm saying? It's important, and it just makes everything else come, and it affects your electromagnetic energy, and then you start to attract the love, and you start to attract other people that love themselves, and it's very contagious. It's a depressed time for some of y'all. You wanna know why it's a depressed time? Because y'all over there walking in the wounds, you're imbalanced in your emotions, that chesed is off. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on that Mars and Virgo today, that Hod and Jabora connection today. Yeah? We're going to connect those today, and we're going to allow, as we connect that Hod and Jabora, which is the solar plexus, to Hod is a root chakra type situation, but then it's also throat chakra because it's Mercury. It's so you're so inside out and upside down, and when we get to separate back to Sefer Yitzhara, you're gonna see, because this is what we use. It's a certain way that people stand on all fours and have their head like a certain kind of way to personify how inside out we are and upside down. It's very interesting. And that's how they pray and manifest things. Like a downward dog type situation, but a little bit more twisted. But this connection between these two, in the process of that, some of the things that you guys used to find joy in, you probably won't find joy in anymore. Don't be sad about it. It's probably a result of you coming to terms with that Mars Virgo energy, having some sense of integrity and intellect, and about how you assert yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that is the theme for today. Today we're going to work on our trust on this day of 3, which is emotions and creation and expression. And I know a lot of things have happened to you, a lot of things you guys have experienced, but like, don't let it interrupt that moon and Neptune, y'all. Just don't let it. You guys are nurturers, you're nourishers, you're lovers, you're emotional, you're allowed to have all these things, and whatever energy exchange you've had that, you're holding on to, just let them go, especially if they get in the way of you being your authentic self, of being that lover, of being trusting, of being a nurturer and a nourisher. You don't want nobody to make you wear no mask for the next person. I'm trying to be authentic for the next person too. I be giving these men life, okay? I be showing them what a real one look like. You ain't breaking me. You ain't hurting my feelings because you don't know how to treat a real one. That ain't my problem. I gave you life, my G. I gave you life. You will forever talk about me, about that one person that finally came around, didn't argue with you, didn't call you out your name, didn't badmouth you, didn't do nothing but treat you right, uplift you, help you, be of service, woo wah, and you ain't know how to treat it. It's gonna be you losing sleep at night, not the homie. Sunshine never losing sleep over no ninjas. And I'm still loving hard. You feel me? Right. Drag through the mud. I don't be doing none of that. Y'all ain't even know I be dating. I don't even be telling y'all what I be doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know. You wanna know why? Because none of y'all business. I just be out here saving hoes, showing them what real love look like, what unconditional love look like. They don't gotta accept it. They can still hate their mothers and shit. I don't care. That ain't my problem. You can still be wounded, baby. I'm healed. This is what healed look like. But that's what I got for y'all today. Don't be wearing no mask on this day at 3. Y'all better go on and be in y'all authenticity. Y'all go ahead and love. I mean, if you gotta feel a little anger for a little bit, cool, as long as that's your authentic self. But if you put on armor and shit like that to be outside and that's not how you authentically are, don't do that shit. Stop letting people hurt you. You choosing to be hurt. Being hurt is a choice. I'll never listen. If I could go back to my younger self, I'd be like, sis, put that cell phone down and go to work. You're choosing to be sad. You're choosing to be hurt. You're choosing to walk around with that wound in your chest. That's a choice. While that MFer over there sleeping just fine that night. That's what we not finna do. We about to be in our authenticity. And it's not just for romantic relationships. It's also for friendships. You know how I mean? People played in my face this year. You know how many people played in my face last year? People I thought was my friend. Like, I thought you were my friend. I don't call a lot of people friends. I don't have a lot of friends. I can count my friends on one hand. I can count friends, okay? I don't have friends. I have associates. I have spiritual people I align with. I got clients. I got no fucking friends, bro. I thought you were my friend. And they played in my face. You think that's gonna stop sunshine from sunshining? Hell the fuck no. Fuck you. You don't know what it's like. You don't know how to be a friend. So you no longer qualify. How about that? How about that? Same thing with business partnerships. That ain't gonna make me stop being business partners with people. Same thing with the people that I tried to bring on Terra Nullius. That's not gonna stop me from creating the community that I want to create, to have the village that I want to have. You ain't stopping shit over here, bro. Ain't shit. It's really people watching. Like, damn, she's still going? She's still doing it? She's still smiling? She really acting like da-da-da? Yes, the fuck I am. And I will continue to do so. Because doing anything else is a choice. And I don't choose it. The fuck? What's wrong with you? You really thought you was bigger than me? In my reality, I'm the main character. I'm the main character. I wish I would. Fuck out of here. Anywho, don't let nobody be a villain in your character that don't qualify. Wish I would let a crack baby be a villain in my character, in my story. You don't qualify, baby. I love y'all. And it feels so good to be back. I hope you guys missed me. I missed y'all. I'm trying to get my routine in order. We love it here. Yes, too many years invested for me to stop because somebody in their feelings about something I got going on. The show must go on. I've been doing this for over 10 years. Stop the press. Stop the press. That's the real issue with dating. Friendship never gets developed. The issue is nobody dates anymore. It's I like you, you like me, now we raw dogging, now we go together, now you got stuff in my crib. Nobody dates anymore. I don't like that. I like to date. And if we're dating, just know you ain't the only one I'm dating. And don't worry about who else I'm dating. It's me and you when it's me and you. The fuck? You trying to be my husband? Move like you trying to be my husband. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. And don't assume that just because I'm dating other people that everybody is seeing my naked body. Because that's not happening either. It's not how I move either. The show must go on. Yeah, people be skipping the process and then wonder why they foundation trash. Be putting up them quick ass apartments and wondering why as soon as the wolf come and blow wind, that whole house fall down. Fuck, what you thought was gonna happen? What you thought was gonna happen? I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, my folks over there on YouTube, because I know people that will be watching this video in the future like, wrap it up. I'll see y'all later. Gotta play it safe. You have to.